嘿，各位好，这里是 Carl。本次是星空主线流程解说的第8期。上一集我们马蒂奥提到有教主可以大概能知道带我们了解皈依的性质，以及大概可能找到新手和新使在哪里。那现在我们这一集就要进行探索，然后直面2个对我们进行袭击的人，以及顺便了解一下关于这一种族或者这一相关人物的整体故事以及大背景。先大概走一下流程，跟他们讲一下话，顺便了解一些背景。
Yeah, why even bother? I mean, isn't the cycle of humanity peace and war back and forth like forever? Seems kind of pointless to try so hard for something that won't last. Nothing ever really changes.
It's not easy, no, but necessary. Because you see, everything has changed. God has given us the intelligence, the ingenuity to reach into the stars, to travel His path, to truly find Him. But we can't do it alone. The only way is through unity. Huh. Yes, Andreas. Yes.
OK， 目前也提到了皈依。
Well, I'm sure you all have other things to do.
代表什么意思？我们现在来
talk with me.
等他们交流完，我们现在跟守护者交流一下相关消息。
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Matteo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh, well, what's on both your minds? Oh, yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps we should talk about this inside.
我们先进到圣语教的地方，坐下来跟守护者好好谈一下。这个亭子搞得就跟审讯室一样，或者是门卫保安亭，不过布置的还是比较稍微有味道的。
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
Seriously, Keeper, they bathe whoever reaches the center in a light, and then, well, the normal laws of the universe go completely haywire.
So you're saying you found a place of contemplation? And you received a gift? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe, beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here. I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path of discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more. In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave? Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story. Because I wasn't looking to find unity in the same sense you are. A fresh set of eyes might reveal the truth. The enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully, she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the keeper. We need to catch up. And
OK，
I wouldn't mind
我们
asking
现
him a
在
few
准
more
备去
questions.
跟启蒙之家以及瓦鲁的信徒稍微谈一下。瓦鲁基本就是目前整个定居群星星系的4大派系之一吧。他们以信奉蛇神为主，然后是一个比较神秘的族群吧，可以这么说。后面有其他任务也会碰到关于瓦鲁相关的信息。
New Atlantis gets weirder by the day.
简单瞅一下，看看有没有其他的东西。没有的话，我们现在跟他稍微简单聊两句，看一下这个故事的不同版本。
A visitor? I have all the company I need. Jokes. You come to hear about Varun. Like the guards. Like the keeper.
Yeah, these zealots not really known for their sense of humor. Or fashion choices.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
Conviction is something they have in spades. And a lack of deodorant, ugh.
The knowledge of the Great Serpent sweeps away all concern. There is only his inevitable return, and those he will spare. Nothing else. You wish to speak of the Keeper's pilgrim, do you not? I will tell you of him, and then you will leave. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all. I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless. Strength and conviction show your worthiness to the Great Serpent. The kill is not as important as showing there is no doubt. I grow tired of speaking. Leave me.
When the time's right,
现
I'd
在我们
appreciate a
跟瓦
chat.
鲁家族的人聊天已经
Sorry,
聊
I
完。
plain forgot what I wanted to talk with you about. That girl. If Cora leaves her tools out one more time, I mean, I love her more than life itself, but I can only say the same damn thing so many times. Oh, next time I see her, I'll paste on a smile and ask her ever so nicely to pick them up. Again. I mean, this is between me and you. But Cora wasn't exactly planned. I don't know if I mentioned, but I served a spell in the Freestyle Rangers. Had a partner. Lillian Hartz. Well, we were like fire and ice, but, well, it wasn't all bad. Well, it wasn't by choice. It was a lousy fit. Maybe someday I'll get into it. I'm just happy I found Constellation. Best damn organization in the settled systems, you ask me. Is it? Shit. Sorry. But what I'm talking about doesn't make sense if you don't, well, know that. Hell, when Cora was born, I was completely out of my depth. For the first few months, I kept thinking, what a colossal mistake I made. Me. A father. But one late night, early morning, whatever, little Cora gave me my first smile. And I knew I'd do anything for that girl. Well, Mrs. Lillian Coe was right there with me. And as bad as I had it with nursing at all hours, I know I had it comparatively easy. But that don't mean those first few months were good by any stretch of the imagination. People say it changes everything. And it does. And no matter how much you think you are prepared. You said Cora's great, and I think so too. But I see so much of myself in her. I've done things I'm not proud of. Said things even worse. I try to be better for Cora, but is she gonna fall into the same traps? Well, it's bad enough. Let me put it that way. And that's the truth there. I know it seems crazy, towing her across the stars, but I'm not exactly swimming with options here. Her mother, like I said, another story, another time. And what, have her raised by Jacob, my dad? I'd sooner ship her off to Vladimir. You think? Well, she does say the damnedest things. And if she just learned to pick up after herself, she just might live until she's 13. And when you get a moment, can we talk? There needs to be a bigger word than thanks. More than gratitude. And whatever that word is, I feel that way towards you. I'd be dead. Flat out dead if it weren't for you. You and me both. Truly. I gotta ask. Why me? It was an impossible situation. And if it's wrong to ask, sorry, but it's gonna keep me up at night. Barrett's been in Constellation so much longer. He's more veteran, probably smarter. It's gonna be hard knowing I get to live my life, but his is over. For my girl's sake, I cannot thank you enough. How are you holding up?
其实就漏事没有什么原因，只是因为第一，这里人多；第二，神器在这里；第三，当后面了解事实的时候，只能说是对这个巴雷特有相关的怀念。但是，这些后面我们会看到一些意料之外、情理之中的事。
Nobody messes with my family like that. Just bring me along when you do. This is personal. I just want you to know, I'm here for you. The only way we're gonna get through this is if we all lean on each other.
OK， 我们现在来到了启蒙之家，也听一听这个故事的另一个不同的版本。而且刚才提到了4个回合大战，120次自传，也就意味着可能是跟一个星球有关。
It's about the financial or food assistance programs we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, we're not. Sorry. Can I help you?
It's actually important, as strange as that may seem.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing. Yeah, I mean, he's always going on about trying to bring people of all beliefs together. Really wants there to be some shared story or origin. Look, I like the Keeper, but belief is the problem, okay? We don't need a shared narrative or theology. We need to help each other in practical terms. A man walks into the first house of enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year, same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of do that. It's part of our core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some eternal reward. We have to help each other because we choose to. If no one takes responsibility for making the settled systems better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us. Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again. Besides what the Keeper would say about it, sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or in mathematics, it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning. Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
OK， 刚才跟启蒙之家交流提到了关于2这个数字，那2又代表什么？我们现在继续跟守护者
You're back.
回馈相关信息。
Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought? Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? What else did you learn? If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else? Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel. Well, I suppose that'll make someone laugh. Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it? Ah, but what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified? Yes and no. We believe God is out there waiting for us in the universe, and that the grav jump will bring us closer. But is gravity itself an article of faith? What do you think? It is one of the great contradictions of belief. We feel the presence of something out there, but we insist that it is also everywhere. So you think this word unity describes that divine unknowableness that the pilgrim searched for?
This guy's really hard to follow. Can we just get a straight answer?
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
OK， 在跟守护者交流之后，我们找到了朝圣者的之前的安息之处的坐标，无限增添天征，2代表是天征星系的第2个星球，4个回合120次自转是代表的它的安息之所的具体位置坐标。那现在我们来到这个地方，前往安息之处，看一下具体有没有关于皈依的相关的信息。现在先简单的找一下目标的位置，距离我们450多米。朝圣者的安息处，感觉这个朝圣者目前待的房间也是蛮先进的，估计是不是应该是跟定基群星星系刚开始发现，或者是人类逃出地球之后的时间差不多。我们现在寻找一下皈依的线索，何为皈依？而且最后的结局也是跟皈依有关。而且我们不仅找皈依相关的线索，我们还要找到新使跟新手。到时候我们看看是选择了报仇还是选择和谈，应该大概率会是这2个地点。稍微找一点物品，看看有没有什么能稍微用到的。一般这种宝参5相虫，还有一些简单的食品，它的回复生命值非常的低，有一些 buff 效果，但大部分都是回3滴血5滴血，到后面等级的时候3滴5滴压根就不够看。现在我们升级到了15级，但15级说真的其实也不够看，因为新手新使到了后期的话，所在的星球基本是60-70级，也就是因为非常简单的原因，我们才能很快的通关。如果是正常难度或者是非常难的难度，那基本2枪人物角色就没了。OK， 我们现在知道了房间，现在想办法要进入这个房间，查看有没有相关线索。拿个医疗包，稍微有一点药，能够回忆下去。哎，找着一个文献。文献5，简单的破解一下电脑来源，答一下问题。现在回答完题目，看一下 最后一个点，关于归一的相关的参悟吧，或者文献。OK， 现在我们拿到坐标在海拉尔上，有关于天蝎号的，有关于天蝎之战的相关事宜。那现在我们前往这个地方稍微看一眼，海拉伊阿尔法星球。哦，天蝎之刺，刚找错了，天蝎之刺。就像如果大部分的星系中，如果怪物没有攻击我们，我们其实压根儿就不用管，无视就行。而且有的怪物其实食草的。当然，有时候看到有一些星系上面有蟋蟀呀，还有包括其他生物，哎，怎么说呢，有点怪。现在我们需要操控这里的方向，然后让目前的光点碰到地上坐标的星星上。现在稍微先简单的调整一下图像字符。所谓图像字符，其实也就是上下左右。大概看一下，星星的点在哪里？我们选择就是头的第一颗星星。稍微简单的再调整一下，往上走一点。OK， 我们现在离得不久了，你就往回走一点，再往左一点，差不多了就，还差一点。我们现在再往回走一点。OK， 一般来说出现星球的这些东西，就意味着我们现在已经成功找到了地方。刚经过提醒，现在任务列表进行更新。现在我们就大概能寻找到关于天蝎号这艘飞船的具体位置。OK， 我们成功找到了星手，还有天蝎号。通过对话，我们现在了解到，其实一共是3股势力在寻找神器，一个是新手，一个是星矢，还有一个就是群星组织，也就是相当于我。然后那2方，我估计大概率是很久之前就已经开始争夺神器，而且知道关于神器的相关故事，而我们第一次接触，然后在寻找的过程中，其实触犯到了他们 寻找神器。那我们现在就需要了解到故事的整个过程，以及第一，这些神器干什么用的；第二，他们为什么要阻止我们争夺。
Hello again. Do you remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise. We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
We are all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom
有什么灾难
exactly?
遇到就解决了，
I say whoever can collect them
打不过
should.
就跑呗。
And who gets to say that? You? Me? The emissary? I have debated morality for near infinity, and all I have found are groups of people enforcing their will on others. Rules and laws spoken as principles, but backed by arms and violence.
Enough. We have more to discuss. The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
Not a relatively expendable Dusty anymore, are you? Look at where you've ended up. I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds.
现在我们了解到平行宇宙的概念来
I
了。
was the one who stayed at the lodge to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye while we held off the Hunter.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours. They are all connected. And that's the problem. All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp? It means I've seen thousands
kings or universes, collected their artifacts, been to their temples. You have a small taste of their power, but it keeps going. You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks, to give up, to appreciate the universe you have. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it for yourself.
You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides.
You're already in it. With artifacts come Starborn searching for them, fighting over them. I want a truce between all three of us. Give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine or the Hunters?
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you.
我们选哪个？我们哪个都不选，无非就是一个也是打，两个也是打。
The emissary is on yours. They enter the Unity, take artifacts from others, employ force. All the things I do. I am many things, but I would never tell anyone what to do with their gifts. That is your decision, not someone else's. The emissary wants to become the judge of who gets to enter, but the Unity itself doesn't judge. To see what would happen, of course. You might not understand just how many times I've done this. Usually, you're the one who ends up dead, and whoever cries over your body goes on to become the emissary. Sometimes I manage to get you all bunched up and take care of the problem in one go. And sometimes the emissary has gotten to me first, and I never arrive. Hundreds and hundreds of variations of me, hacking through Constellation. And it's almost never you. You making it to your ship on your own. That's new. I took it as a sign. I don't get many of those anymore. No, we always end up having this meeting at this time. But it's the usual affair. Can we make peace? No. Oh, how tragic. Honestly, I was beginning to wonder why I kept attending. And it's bad habit I started a long time ago. Perhaps I just like meeting the emissary to gloat. But you have provided something quite new to talk about. Maybe you're a random die roll. Or maybe the Unity is finally responding to all my hard work. I've simply found that it's the quickest way. Talking, forming alliances, waiting for the right moment to commit theft. It's all so tiresome. I'll admit, you getting away has been the most interesting thing to happen in quite some time. As soon as I realized what had happened, I knew I needed to wait until this meeting with the emissary to decide what to do about you. Whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing a game with us. One whose prize is access to the center of all creation. There are no rules. Whoever gets all the pieces wins. And I've won. Over and over. I don't kill for the Unity. I find the easiest pathway to it.
最容易的途径就是直接抢，直接开杀。
I know we're not the same people we met in our universes. Still, it's good to see you again, old friend. When all the artifacts are assembled, the device they create is called the Armillary. In many ways, it's a model of the multiverse itself. Through it, you can reach the Unity, and from there, you can become Starborn. You've seen the terror the Hunter causes. Every time a Starborn goes through the Unity, they get more artifacts, find more temples, gain more power. We can't let more like him abuse these gifts to destroy whatever's in their way. Different? I never know who you are when I meet a new version. But so much of you stays the same. It's hard, but each universe is precious in its own way. Mine will never have its original you in it again, as yours won't have its real me. It's not an easy experience to describe, but the Unity will speak to you, offer you the chance to become Starborn. You will be leaving this universe behind to be reborn. Everything you were before will be gone. Maybe that's why it offers the choice. Compassion, or is it testing us?
OK， 通过聊天我们得知，归一是一个万物起源的地方，也是当我们收集完所有的神器，将会通过一个地方，也是多重宇宙重新开始的地方。
Seek the moon of old Earth. There are secrets there you must discover for yourself. Here, to open the way. Yes, I will say no more. That is all I ask. I hope you see what I have seen. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure that they have gathered more information on the remaining artifacts in the fringes of space. Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
目前在多个宇宙中，我们的主角大部分都是死去的那个，而看到他死去的那个人，大部分都会变成新手、新使，而新手是反面的一方。然后关于巴雷特，巴雷特其实是在目前死去的巴雷特只是这个一个宇宙中死去的一个，但其他宇宙中还有活着的。每一个宇宙中大体的部分相同，只不过小的地方不同，也就意味着每一次开局可能会有小的变化，也有可能没有任何变化。现在我们来到月球的基地，看一下能否找到关于这件事的一些内容，或者是引子，或者一些真相。用电脑看看能不能找到一些文件。伏尔泰，高度机密的专有超级计算机，用来进行新的科学研究。棱镜计划。OK， 我们何为棱镜计划？它到底有什么用？屋顶貌似有一些东西，那就稍微我们找一找。貌似是在房顶，那我们可能得出去。路过的话，稍微简单搜一搜。虽然是 NASA 技术，但目前相对来说过时了。毕竟人类已经去其他星系定居了， 那月球基本就没啥人管了。不过它的供电一直在供着，也挺有意思啊。打不开，打不开，走不了。上面再瞅一眼，看这边有没有一些东西。目前没什么东西了，那我们出去上楼顶瞅一眼。当然，月球的重力稍微比较低，基本一跳，高度也会比较高一点。
Engine spin-up time almost complete. Total time 5 minutes 22 seconds. Right on schedule.
How are the helium-3 valves holding, Nova?
We double-checked the leakage concerns this morning before the launch. All signs green.
Any changes to the calculation sequence from Voltaire?
No changes since we uploaded the last figures yesterday. It's a clean shot from here to Jupiter.
One day the computer will be on board the spaceship. Just imagine that.
One miracle of science at a time, Canaveral. Counting down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Canaveral, are you reading?
All clear, Nova. Indicators look good. The ship should be cruising Jupiter's orbit right now. Visual confirmation will be possible in...
OK， 以上是《星空主线流程》第8期。下一集我们将继续探索打破物理学定律是怎么发生的，以及关于神器的相关真相。我们下期再见。